Market analytics, we're back looking at the euro pound, following up on our bullish position. I wanted to touch base on the technical situation. It's been about 4 or 5 days since last time we were here, and when we were here last time, I was telling you about what I described as a second boarding call for this upside trend, right? Because price was just crossing an important technical element, the 200-day moving average, and it even did that quite spectacularly at first, kind of failing to break, but did acknowledging the existence of that 200-day moving average, and then in one swift move, boom, it crossed it and never looked back, right? It actually tried to challenge that same moving average from above, made sure it's a strong support from this point on, and it just kept climbing. Now, this is pretty much the moment where I began to become very interested on that euro pound, considering the fact that I kind of missed the first boarding call, which was the first, upside move all the way to the 200-day moving average itself. It's kind of, breaking that move into two parts. So I decided to get involved with the second part of what I thought is going to be a full upside move all the way to 90.41, just according to the big picture. And we do have quite an impressive big picture here coming from the monthly chart. You can see this formation starting around the late 2016. So that's pretty old formation, right? And up until now, we've been able to count 4 legs. Right, 4 legs. Having said that, the 4th leg was not the ideal move. It didn't take the previous lows. However, it did had a lovely reaction on that mid-low support 85.31. Take a look at that 4 consecutive attempts to break through. Nice spikes here and then the turnaround. At this point, I thought it was more likely that price will actually reach the higher section, meaning hitting 90.41 at some point. So this is the big picture, right? Supporting continuation of this upside trend. Now when we take it to the daily chart, we can actually break it down and use the technical elements here to time and to have better money management in place. So up until now, what happened here over the last few days is price kind of entered this very, very local sideways movement, which I was able to pinpoint with that purple setup, right? So basically I was waiting for price to break above 88.51, which I felt is a local resistance and probably the main point of reference if we want to fine-tune this bullish position, and to grab and to pick up the euro pound from this point. So basically I was using that 88.51 to kind of, as kind of a secondary trigger, because I already got in when price was breaking above the 200-day moving average. But for me, it was important that price will keep pushing through that 88.51 so I can actually begin to increase this position. Now it did break that key level, but it also came back and crossed back below, right, a couple of days ago, which was a bit concerning to me. It actually led me to take out the first trade that I entered as price was passing through that 200-day moving average. So I did take some profit, a relatively small profit on the first trade, and I kept the second trade intact. Now what you see here, the rest of these green dotted lines are actually orders, pending orders. That's what we call buy stop orders that I was laying down here. Right, I was actually laying out these buy orders in advance in case price will enter a strong, positive momentum. So I decided to get, to get ahead of that curve. Now price made it back above 88.51, so that's good news, and I think it will continue to build up that positive momentum. So when it comes to the euro pound, guys, we're still having that bullish outlook. Our position is still intact, and I should mention that I did adjust the stop loss level from 66.60 to 87.20, which is where it's placed right now. That's about that for the euro pound. That's about it for today. Till next time, be well.